Hello, my name is Faisal Khan. I'm a banking and a payment consultant. Did you know that the remittance market is 600 billion? Well, everyone knows that, right? I mean, this is one of the first things to look at. How big is the market? It is always pointed to you and told to you in the face, oh, the $630 billion market, the $610 billion market, etc., etc. But there's a market that's even bigger, and that's the B2B market. The B2B market is $140 trillion. Just to give you in comparison, that's 600 billion and that's 140,000 billion. 600 billion, 140,000 billion. That is how big the B2B market is. In the B2B market or remittances market, there are about 6,000, 8,500 players in it. Depends how you look at it, but these are all non-banking players. And in the B2B market, there are about 400 and 500 players. And of course, this doesn't include banks. So there is a tremendous opportunity. There's a tremendous playing field in the B2B market, which is way, 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 way bigger than the P2P market. And this video tells you how to get started. I'm going to be referring to my notes, so please bear with me. So the first thing is, unlike the person-to-person transfer market, where the margins are high, maybe 1%, 2%, 4%, 3%, depending on how you go, the B2B market is very, very competitive. The market if you get a 1% margin in the B2B market, thank your lucky stars, you're amongst the very few ones that have been able to do it. Typically, the B2B market operates at about 75 basis points, 50 basis points, and in most cases, 25 basis points. So you are looking at an operational, the swing, the variance is between 0.5%, 0.75% to 0.25%. That is typically where your margins lie. So it is a very, very competitive market. Be aware of that. Don't enter the market directly, in the B2B payment space. Don't try to build up a company and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to build a B2B cross-border payments company and I will do this thing, blah, blah, blah. No. Get started. First of all, try to see if you can partner up with someone else. Bring in the sales. When you bring in the sales, see if you actually have the capacity to deliver business on a sustainable manner. Make sure you're providing the partnership that you're partnering up with is such so that tomorrow when you go and start your own company, your clients will come with you. It is not easy getting into this relationship, but do go into it. I would highly, highly suggest partner before you go and launch yourself. So, this is not an easy thing. People are not going to trust you with their money just like that. Do it for at least 6 months. You will learn a lot, especially the nuances of, associated with the B2B space. If you would like to partner up with us, give us a shout. The contact form is in the description below. We'd love to hear from you. Preferably if you're an incumbent. Find a niche to work in, a niche to work in. It is very important that you focus yourself. Logistics is a niche, shipping is a niche, transportation, hotel, pharmaceutical, medical, entertainment, airline industry. These are all niches in B2B payments. Find an area to work in. Find an area, for example, in the travel airline industry, and then find out where the airline conferences are happening. Find out who the major providers to the airlines are. Find out how the funds are moved. Find out who the biggest players in the B2B payment space for the airline industry are. Find out everything you need to know about the nomenclature, the logistics, the lingua franca, the nuances, the taxonomy, everything regarding the airline industry and their payments. So it is very important that you do into this thing, and maybe you can do two. You can do airline industry and the logistics industry. You could do the medical industry and the pharmaceutical industry. You could do device manufacturing and logistics. So, but one or two areas, typically people don't go into more than one or two areas. Usually one, maybe two, and then learn and get yourself entrenched into it. See if you are coming from a mechanical engineering background, maybe anything associated with mechanical engineering may be very good for you, or maybe not. If you're coming from a computer software background, maybe getting into the B2B payment space in the software industry may be something that you want to pursue, etc. So do have a look into that. So find your niche. I think that is very, very important for you to do so. Point number 4, study. understand the industry you're going to go into. If you're going to go into the medical device industry, like I said, then it is very important that you understand when the major conferences are happening, because that is from where you can source those clients, find out the publications, find out the major blogs, find out the newsletters, find out the top companies that are providing payment services, find out the top banks that are providing the payment services, find out where do they gather every now and then for retreats or what have you, and go present yourself. Maybe even find the top companies that work with them and try to work with them as a sales associate or what have you, so you get an inroad. At the end of the day, all the people that I know in B2B sales are basically taking their Rolodex with them. That's what it's worth. They are establishing their rapport and their connections with their colleagues in various companies. And when they move, they take their businesses with them, they take their contacts with them. So it is very important for you to work really, really hard and understand everything about the industry you're going to be working and servicing. The last thing is, no matter what the size you're starting out, take it. If you're starting out, someone wants to do a $530 payment, take it. Someone wants to do a $300 payment, take it. $750, say, yes, sir, I will do it. Take those small payments. Why? Because it's okay to make mistakes on the small payments. People won't get too pissed off. And mistakes will happen, but more importantly, you will learn the procedures, you will learn the flows, you will learn how payments are requisitioned, how payments are made, how the payroll works, how the commissions are given out to you, how the settlement is done, when is the settlement done, when is the settlement not done, are there weekend payments or not. Contrary to popular belief, payments are done on weekend, even for cross-border, even for international. So understand this thing. As you grow, as you mature, as you get more seasoned, then you will start placing limits, and you say, no, you know what? Now I will not take payments less than $7,500. Now I will not take payments less than $10,000 or $50,000, whatever it may be, because you are now going to work smarter. You're not going to work harder, but smarter. So B2B is a great market to get into if you already are a player, or if you already have smaller amounts of transactions and you don't know how to go about it, or if you know people that have small amounts of transactions. Maybe they're doing 1,000 payments a month, maybe they're doing 10,000 payments a month, maybe doing $4,000, $300,000 worth of payments a month, $500,000, whatever it may be. Get in, understand. If you need our help, if you need me to connect you with some of the partners, etc., we'll be happy to do so. But those are my very basic 5 points in getting started. So number one, understand the margins are much lower. Number two, don't enter the market directly, partner up with someone. 3, find a niche to work in, i.e. focus yourself in a particular industry. Number 4, study. And number 5, take whatever comes and then build up your reputation. I hope I was able to answer this question and give you some insight that the B2B market space is definitely something you should look into. Many companies that I have known in the money transfer space have actually pivoted to B2B to make more money. If you have a question or a comment, there's a contact form in the description below. Fill it out and I'll be happy to answer. Till next time, have a good one.